guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and I make art videos about my life, pretty much as I navigate my 20s as an artist, as a recent grad who just started a job in animation, and just sharing little tidbits of my life with you all. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you should definitely hit subscribe to see more content from me. I was looking back at some of my previous videos and I realized, I actually in 2020 went back and looked at my 2019 first digital art painting. It was really the first time that I got a hold of Photoshop ever, and the first time I was really getting into using the Wacom tablet, and so it was my first true digital art piece, and I didn't get a chance to do it in 2021 for whatever reason, and I think it'd be fun to go ahead and do a 2022 version. You know, it really gives me the opportunity to look at how my art style has changed. I mean, I have a whole newfound appreciation for character design, and things have changed pretty wholesomely in the just knowledge department in general. So I am going to be using the Wacom one today, and it was requested in the comments. I love seeing comments from you all, so keep commenting for me to compare my first my baby, the Wacom Intuos that I still love and use, compare it to the Wacom one that is a newer addition to the family. Let's go. Let's get into this. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's go. My first note really is that if you are someone who is going to be on the go, you just want to grab something to draw with and go, the Intuos is really your friend, while the Wacom one you really have to be set up at a desk station, or it's just not as portable as the Intuos for sure. You have to, I have a number of plugs here and cords that are definitely not for on the go. You need to be sitting down and have your own little area. I have my Photoshop file here, looking back at my 2020 remake of my original 2019, and I still really like this. I think it has, I watched back the video and I was like, oh, I was having fun with it. It has a lot of character and a lot of fun charm. I actually enjoy looking at this piece, and that's not something I can say about all my old art pieces, so there's that. But we're gonna have to just create something new today. So I thought it was gonna be a strange or weird transition from this kind of a tablet where I'm used to looking at the computer screen to this kind of a tablet where this is my screen that I'm drawing on, but it's not difficult, and it translates almost like just drawing on paper, because I'm just used to it. I'm used to both, so that's all I can really touch on that. I'm just gonna find a pencil type brush or a natural edge brush to sort of sketch something out on. Working on the one today, just starting with the sketch, and again, it's going to be some, it doesn't have to be verbatim what my original looks like, but it's going to have the same vibe. She's got these overalls over this pink top, a pink that's very similar to the pink in the top that I'm wearing, so I'm just gonna keep that same kind of look going. See, the 2020 version, I knew better and just did an angle where I would just have to do a triangle, but I've got an angle that's a little more intensive. I took a little bit of a risk with this interesting angle here, and so it's presenting problems with this origami hat now. Or origami hat, I don't know, a little foldable situation. It kind of just looks like there's a little tent, a little campsite happening on top of her head, and I kind of like that. I don't know, I kind of am digging the way that looks. Maybe there will be a little camper inside this hat. I did get a chance to watch back that original video I did in 2020, and I was able to kind of see my process, and honestly process is pretty similar. I like to use a chunkier kind of sketchy charcoal, or just a sketch brush in Photoshop, and just do a big, oftentimes in pink, just a big loose sketch to start with before I go in with anything more line arty. I'm trying to remember how you even hold a phone. I'm very much a visual learner, so whenever I would have to do reference, look for a reference or something and I couldn't find one, specifically for when I was doing a lot of figure studies, when I was oil painting for college, I would always just like take pictures of my own hands in positions that I would need them for reference, or literally find people that I can use as reference. Like, that is definitely something that helps me. I didn't even visualize, and once I can see it, then I can draw it. So that is how a hand would look in that position holding a phone. So what I'm noticing right now, and I might have talked about it in my previous video between 2019 and 2020, but I'm noticing the same thing, honestly, 2020 to 2022 now, in that when I really was coming out of high school, I really was comfortable with realism, but doing anything beyond realism, beyond just drawing what I could see, was kind of like weird to me. Like, it just wasn't something that I was used to. I was used to looking at, like, example, like this plant, and drawing, trying as accurately as I can to draw what I see in front of me, rather than stylistically choosing to do something different with a purpose. And so I was so used to that, which is a good thing, because you want to be able to have that knowledge of the basics before you start to alter creatively. You want to know that you know anatomy, that you know depth of field, that you understand the basic principles of design before you go and do anything crazy. But it was just a weird transition for me, and so now I'm just I feel a little bit more comfortable stretching and bending and doing things in a way that doesn't necessarily line up with realism, because it's not supposed to. It's a cartoon, it's a drawing, it's an illustration, really. So I'm getting more and more comfortable with that, and yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. I'm smiling. I think I'm happy about that. So yeah. My big thing with the Wacom Intuos, at least the small version that I feel is very easy to take on the go, is that you have a limited amount of draftsman space. You literally run out of room, and you're oh, let me readjust or alter the way it is on the computer screen. So that can just be a mishap, not something that occurs super often, for me at least, because I'm not normally drawing ginormous landscapes. That's not something that I normally frequently run into with this. It has happened before though, but with this you have plenty of space, so it's not really a concern, at least for me. I know I said I was going to do 4 fingers, or I don't know, did I even mention it? I normally do 4 fingers on characters because fingers are extremely difficult to draw, and it's hard a lot of the times to get 5 on cartoons. Even though I've seen a lot of cartoons lately having 5 fingers. I don't know if it's just an accuracy thing for kids as they count and learn. But it used to be you'd only see cartoons with 4 fingers, but a lot of them have 5 now, which is, I feel is very impressive. But yeah, I've drawn 5, so she's gonna have 5, so yeah. And I probably need to adjust it, but for some reason the brightness or the vibrancy of the color on my screen, on the Wacom 1 screen here, is looking a little bit brighter than the vibrancy on my actual computer, which is interesting. It's probably just something that I need to dive into the settings of the tablet to adjust to make sure I'm seeing the most accurate thing. It's definitely giving Bratz doll for some reason, but I'm not even mad about it, so. I'm tired. It is very early in the morning, but I'm actually really enjoying this, and it's been a second since I sat down to draw. The working world is not for the weak, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been pretty tired, but it is the weekend, so it's just nice to sit down and do what I love. I think the lips right now are why it's reading very Bratz doll-y, so I'm trying to, I'm not sure that helps at all. Oh. She doesn't even have lips. She doesn't even have lips in the first thing I drew, so no wonder it's like, who even is this person? I thought I would have, more to say about these tablets, but I've done a bunch of different videos on the Wacom One. I've done multiple videos on the Wacom Intuos. There's videos that exist where I've laid out like the pros and cons to both. You kind of just have to know where you are in your art journey. Are you a beginner that has never really worked in digital art before and you're not really sure if this is even something that you're quite interested in yet? Maybe you want to look more at the Wacom Intuos because I feel like it's more beginner friendly, or maybe you know for sure that you want to do digital art and you've worked on it before in a setting, in like a classroom setting, and now you want something of your own. Maybe the Wacom One is the one for you. I do not know your specific situation though, so definitely maybe just list out some of the pros and cons for your own personal needs and make a decision from there. Again, I'm still learning. I'm always going to be learning, so this isn't like the end all be all for me in terms of character design, but maybe this is like the closest to really honing in on my own personal style, and this is like what I'm gonna lean into. I do love this. I love what I've come up with here, and it makes me smile when I look at it. It was fun to work on, and so I'm proud of just being able to say that at this point as well. So yeah, it's a journey. We're on this together. You guys are watching my journey as well, and so this is fun stuff, and I'm really just excited about what the future will hold. Here is the final product. I could sit here and critique my previous years, but honestly there's nothing like terribly terrible about them. Yeah, I honestly like what I was doing in the past as much as what I've created today, but this is a journey. Welcome. Art is confusing, it makes no sense, it can be frustrating sometimes, but yeah, I continue to buy art materials and put together artwork because I do love it. I do love it. I can't lie. I can't even lie. I do enjoy this stuff. Okay guys, thank you so much for sticking around this far in the video. If you've made it this far, you might as well join the fam, join the party, and hit subscribe to see more content from me. But I've had so much fun. I took a break from this, came back, worked on it some more, and really got it to a place where I was like, yes, this is my 2022. This is it right here, y'all. I'll see you guys with this video again in 2023. But this was so fun to work on tonight, and I hope that this just shows people, and at least one person, I hope it shows that growth happens with time, and you just gotta continue to practice and work on your craft. If it's something that you love, the growth will come with time. So keep working at it, and I know that I am definitely going to keep working at it, and we'll see how much I grow within this year as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do leave a thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying this content for me. Leave a comment down below about any of the things that I've mentioned in the video, or if you just have something else to say, I will read it, I will respond. I love hearing from you all. And yeah, hit subscribe if you want to see more of me. But yeah, it was so lovely speaking with you guys and drawing with you guys today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!